That's great work with the ball in the air, never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's one deep for Pickens. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
First carry now for David Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And not enough on the throw that time as that one is incomplete.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Detroit. Tim Patrick, 61 yards.
And the Lions put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
After the interception, here's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. He's airing it out for Williams.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Cole Holcomb.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
The throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
His first half struggles continue. He has yet to complete a pass. Hard to believe.
It is, because I don't see anything wrong with him physically. Maybe he's a little amped up to begin with. Would have thought he would have settled down by now. I think someone's got to get in his ear, got to be a psychologist a little bit, and get him back on track.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down. To throw is Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's Wilson. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Warren is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his teammates get there to help him? If one guy slows him up, everyone else better be there, and that's what they got on that play.
1 quarter down, 8-0 the score.
With the score, Lions 8, Steelers nothing.
Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Wilson. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arsenal. Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
And the Lions are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, Charles, certainly circle that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said, give me the analytics. And the analytics said, go for it. Didn't work out.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Goff. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. And oh, it's a safety. Goff got buried in the end zone. He couldn't get rid of it. And how about the big boy, the D tackle there, feasting on the O-line, getting his squad 2 points.
The glory guys are the defensive ends and the outside linebackers. They create the pressure from the edge, but those big fellas inside that can collapse a pocket, sometimes they get rewarded too.
Extra round at the post-game buffet. So free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
That went down the field for Freiermuth. And that's going to be incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Now a toss play. It's Harris. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
It's Brian Branch with it.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they wanted to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And so far, in terms of putting points on the scoreboard, it's been defense 2, offense nothing. but they'll have a chance to put together a first scoring drive this go-around. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Now Wilson. And my goodness, another interception.
Jack Campbell with a pick.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six. I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And they'll accept that penalty.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Aiden Hutchinson. He's the one who runs him down, and my goodness, that is just a disastrous loss for this offense.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Throwing is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. He got him a big chunk of that yardage back, but even with that effort, it'll still be 3rd and long.
Partner, was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll let it fly for Austin. This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Calvin Austin.
71 yards.
And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
Wilson going to throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Goff now looks to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. 1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now Goff. his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
To throw is Goff.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Montgomery back to the ground, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
That's to the tight end, Laporta. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Play action. It's Goff. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Goff now looking to throw.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the gun, here's Goff. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jared Goff, as the first half is winding down.
And the Lions would extend their lead here just before halftime. Goff and that Lions offense staying on the field. They'll try for 2. Trying to run it in with Montgomery.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Wilson. He's going to launch it for Washington. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. He's still on his feet. He's on his way. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And that pick 6, Charles, that moves it up now to a 3-touchdown advantage. A great individual defensive effort there to continue what has been a very lopsided first half.
And I better buckle in my seatbelt, right? Because you know, as a former DB, when I see a pick 6, I'm up and jumping up and down watching it. Yeah, I'm supposed to be neutral, but those kind of plays, they excite me every time. They are in absolute control in this one. Nice play there.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Sheds off the tackle. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's caught inside the 30. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. 73 yards. Montgomery diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
14.
Here's Wilson to throw. That one down the field for Freiermuth. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10. At about the 32. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
This is Montgomery with a grab over the middle. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
He did a good job keeping his focus downfield as he rolled out of the pocket, trying to fit a pass in. But that defender nearby made sure that one didn't result in a 1st down.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff flushed out right. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the 1st down yardage. Now a play fake, and it's Goff. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 55 yards. And the Lions are pouring it on. Goff and that Lions offense staying on the field. They'll try for 2. Trying to run it in with Montgomery. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 52 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Play action. It's Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
George Pickens
from 4 yards out.
And the Steelers are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. Back to throw. Goff. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he finds his running back open downfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. A shotgun snap for Goff. Flush to his right. And they finally catch up to him and take him down. Jeez, where was he going? A huge loss there.
Alex Highsmith.
A sensational effort by him, and that is one of the biggest losses you'll ever see on a sack. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Off play action. Here's Goff. He'll get this one to Patrick. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance.
Bates' kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game. But to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Look at the big fella go, powering his way forward.
And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 76 yards.
That's good for a Pittsburgh Steeler.
14.
First down and goal to go.
Left.
Here's Wilson. And now here is another interception.
And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 20-yard line.
He'll let this go deep for St. Brown.
It's caught inside the 25. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And bulldozing his way through. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out of it, away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson.
Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
At the Lions' 16-yard line.
To throw is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now Wilson. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
At the 22-yard line.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Wilson.
And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
It's now 3rd down and 1.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his...
Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. And it's a defensive return for a late touchdown. So they still need somewhat of a miracle here, but at least that gets them a little bit closer. So now the Steeler offense coming onto the field. They'll try to add 2 more. They're going to run it with Harris. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. So here's a 3rd and 14.
Goff now to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Goff going to throw it. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. A desperation heave for the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Jamison Williams.
37 yards.
And the Lions up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. A Goff and that Lions offense staying on the field. They'll try for 2. Trying to run it in with Montgomery.
And he is going to get in for the 2. Although there is a flag on the field, but it looked like a defender jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2.
Trying to run it in with Montgomery.
And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were. And this play still live. He faked the spike, going to throw it. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often, but it doesn't work out.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
14, run it. Right. Scoop the team. Hey, zero. Check.
One last shot for Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.